She killed her own father and asked for forgiveness in the confessional. This story is based on real confessions. Viewer discretion is advised. Subscribe if you're drawn to the hidden truths no one dares to say out loud. Begin from the beginning, my child. What brought you here today?
I can still smell it. Whiskey, stale cigarettes, the faint scent of blood. That night wasn't just the night my father died. It was the night I was reborn, covered in his shadow. And then, his blood. I wasn't always this person. There was a time I laughed easily, believed in fairy tales, and thought father meant protection. But something broke, years before the knife.
Were you close with your father?
We were close, in the way hostages are close to their captors. He locked the front door at night, and not to keep danger out. He was the danger. Our house was silent most days, and when it wasn't silent, it was screaming. He drank until he was someone else, and then punished us for not recognizing him.
When did it begin?
I was 7. The first time he raised his hand to me, it wasn't even for something I did. I dropped a spoon. It clattered too loudly on the kitchen floor. He said, "You're just like your mother." Then the back of his hand found my cheek. I tasted blood and silence.
Where was your mother during all this?
She was there, and also wasn't. She floated through life like a ghost that hadn't realized it was dead. She smiled at neighbors. She prayed loudly. And when the beatings came, she said, "It's his way of loving." As if pain was affection. But I think she was just surviving. Like me. Like prey.
What happened to your mother?
One night, she didn't come out of the bedroom. He told me she was sick, but I saw the bruise on her throat. They said heart failure. But hearts don't just stop without a reason. I think hers gave up before her body did. That's when I decided this house was never going to be my grave.
Tell me about that night, the night he died.
He was drunk again. His voice, slurred and monstrous. He was yelling at a wall that looked like my mother, or maybe at the ghost of her that still haunted the living room. Then he saw me, and something behind his eyes lit up. Something evil. He came toward me. Faster this time. I didn't run. For the first time, I didn't freeze. I went to the kitchen. My hands knew what I needed before I did. I picked the knife, the one he always used to carve Sunday roasts.
And then?
He grabbed my wrist. He screamed, "You think you can hurt me?" And then, I don't remember deciding. I only remember the sound. A wet, thick sound. The knife sunk in like it belonged there. He fell backwards, looking at me like I'd become the monster. Maybe I had.
Did you feel guilt or relief?
Both. Guilt came first. Then a silence so pure I thought I was finally in heaven. My heart stopped racing for the first time in years. The house was quiet, peaceful, no whiskey, no shouting. Just me, and him, and the knife.
What did you do after it happened?
I stood there, for 10 minutes, maybe longer. The lights flickered, the refrigerator hummed. Outside, a dog barked. Life was still moving, while mine had just been torn in half. I washed my hands, but no matter how many times I scrubbed, the red didn't fade from my fingertips. Not really. I changed clothes, packed a bag, and walked. Not ran, walked.
Did you go to the police?
No. I went to a friend's house, told her my father had had a heart attack, told her I didn't want to go back there. She didn't ask questions, just hugged me. And I realized, sometimes the best lies are the ones no one wants to question. Because truth makes people uncomfortable.
Did you attend the funeral?
Yes. I sat in the front row, black dress. Tears I didn't mean to cry. People said, "He was a strong man." May he rest in peace. Now he's with your mother." I almost laughed. If she was really in heaven, she would have slammed the gates shut when she saw him coming. I didn't say anything. I just nodded, because that's what survivors do. We nod. We play our roles.
What happened to you emotionally after?
I didn't know who I was anymore. I had lived as a shadow, a daughter, a victim. Now I was... what? A killer? A savior? I slept for 3 days straight. Woke up with nightmares, even though the monster was dead. Freedom is a strange thing. It doesn't feel like peace. Not at first. It feels like guilt. Like floating in space, unanchored, alone.
And why now? Why come to confess today?
Because no matter how many times I tell myself it was self-defense, something inside me whispers, I crossed a line. Not in killing him, but in feeling nothing. There's a part of me that liked the silence afterward, that liked watching him fall. And I'm terrified that if I don't speak it out loud, that part of me will grow, become something darker. I came here to stop that.
Do you believe you deserve forgiveness, my child?
I don't know. I've asked myself that every night. Some days I think yes, because I ended the cycle. Others I feel like I poisoned myself to do it. But maybe this isn't about what I deserve. Maybe this is just about speaking the truth, letting someone else carry a piece of it, so I don't have to bear all of it alone.
Do you hear God's voice in the silence?
Sometimes. It's not loud, not judgmental. It's just a whisper, like a hand on my shoulder when I'm about to fall. He doesn't say, "You are forgiven." He says, "You are not alone." And maybe that's all I needed. Not absolution, not punishment. Just to be heard, to be seen, to be told, "You're still here. That means something."
If this story touched you, share it quietly. Someone out there might be carrying a secret they're too afraid to say out loud. And remember, truth doesn't always scream it, often whispers,